Good afternoon. Today we saw about the lesson plant anatomy and plant physiology. In this lesson, you may know the terms. What is meant by the term plant anatomy? Plant anatomy is nothing but a study of internal structure of an organism. Then you may know the term of physiology. The term physiology is nothing but the study of different types of body functions and processes. Okay, so in this lesson, we will talk about the introduction, then tissues, then types of tissue system. There are three different kinds of tissue systems are there: dermal or epidermal, then ground tissue system, then vascular tissue system. Uh, the vascular tissue system is furtherly divided into three types. They are radial, conjoint, and concentric. The conjoint radial vascular bundles are further subdivided into two types. They are parietal and biparietal. Wait for a few minutes. I will show the book page. It will be easy to follow me. Okay. Take your book, page number 173, plant anatomy and plant physiology. What are the objectives present in this lesson? You may understand the vascular tissue system and their types and functions. To know their structure of dicot root, stem, leaf and monocot root, stem, leaf. Then differentiate the internal structure of dicot root, stem, leaf with that of monocot root, stem and leaf. Name the different pigments found in the chloroplast. Elaborate on the structure and functions of plastids. Enumerate the steps involved in photosynthesis. Understand the structure of mitochondria. Then list the basic events of aerobic and anaerobic respirations. Now we will move on to the introductory part. So plants exhibit varying degree of organization. So plants exhibit, which means shows different degrees of organization. Organizations, which means arrangement. So atoms are organized into molecules, molecules into organelles, organelles into cells, cells into tissues, and tissues into organs. So you will listen. Atoms. Atom is the smallest part of any substance. The atoms are arranged to form a molecule. Then the molecules are arranged to form organelles. Then the organelles are arranged to form the cells. Cell is the basic unit of the organism, living organisms. Okay, so cells into tissues. The group of cells are combined together to form tissues, and tissues are organized into organs. Okay, so the first account of internal structure of plant was published by English physician Nehemiah Brew. So he is the father of plant anatomy. So then we will move on to tissues. Tissues are the group of cells. They are similar or dissimilar in their structure and origin, but they do same functions. Okay, so plant tissues are can be broadly classified into two types based on their ability to divide. They are meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. So meristematic tissues are nothing but they are growing tissues present in the tip of the root hair. Then the second tissue, permanent tissue, which is the differentiate into the stem, leaf or other part of the plant. Okay, so then tissue system. The tissue system was classified into three types. It was classified by Sachs in 1875. There are three different kinds of tissue systems are there. Already I told. First one is the dermal or epidermal tissue system. Derm, which means skin. Okay, so or epidermal. Epiderm, the outermost layer of the plant. Okay, so next one is the ground tissue system. Then the third one is the vascular tissue system. The functions of these tissues are given in the table. You may see that tissue systems and its functions. Tissue system, first one is the dermal tissue system. It consists of epidermis. The epidermis is nothing but it is the outermost covering, okay, so and periderm, which is present in the old stems and roots. Okay, if you take a cross section, we will see these epidermis and periderm. Okay, so next, the functions of dermal tissue system. So the functions are protection. It protect the plant. Okay, so prevention of water loss. It prevent the loss of water from plants. Okay, so second one is the ground tissue system. It contains, there are different kinds of cells like a parenchyma tissues, collenchyma tissue and sclerenchyma tissue. Okay, so the main functions of ground tissue systems are photosynthesis. You may know the definition for photosynthesis. Photo, which means light, synthesis, production. Photosynthesis is referred to synthesis of food material by plants in the presence of carbon dioxide, water and air. Okay, so next function of the ground tissue system, food storage. The synthesized food are stored in the ground tissue. Okay, then the third function is regeneration, again generation, synthesis. Then the next function is support. It provide the support to the plants. Then the last function is protection. Then the next tissue system is vascular tissue system. It contains xylem and phloem. The main functions of xylem is transport of water and minerals. Then the main functions of phloem tissues are transport of food materials. Okay, so now listen. We may saw the dermal or epidermal tissue system. It contains the epidermis outermost layer. Okay, so then stomata. Stomata is nothing but it is a minute pore which is present on the leaves. It will help for the process of transpiration. Okay, and epidermal outgrowth. Epidermis is the outermost layer, so it has many minute pores called stomata. Then the next one, cuticle is present on the outer wall. Cuticle is nothing but it is a thick waxy substance which is made up of fully lipids present on the outer wall of the epidermis to check evaporation of water. Trichomes. Trichomes is nothing but it's a hair-like structure. Okay, hairy. Okay, trichomes, hair-like structure. And root hairs are the epidermal outgrowth. Root hairs are originated from the epidermis. Okay, then the functions of dermal tissue system. Epidermis protect the inner tissues. Stomata help in transpiration. Root hairs help in absorption of water and minerals. So water and minerals are absorbed through the root hairs only. Okay, so then we will move on to ground tissue system. It includes all the tissues of the plant body except epidermal and vascular tissues like cortex, endodermis, pericycle and pith. So ground tissue is nothing but all the tissue systems of the plants except epidermal and vascular tissues. Okay, so vascular tissue system. Vascular tissue system, it consists of xylem and phloem tissues. They are present in the form of bundles. They are called vascular bundles. Okay, so xylem conduct mainly waters and minerals to different part of the body of the plant. Phloem conduct food materials to different part of the plant. So there are three different types of vascular bundles, mainly radial, conjoint and concentric. Now we saw about the radial bundles. So radial bundles are a type of vascular tissue system. Xylems and phloems are present in the different radii. Okay, so altering with each other. Example, roots. These type of bundle systems are present only in the roots. Okay, so next, conjoint bundles. Xylem and phloem lies on the same radius. They are located in the same radii. Okay, so they are two types of conjoint bundles. First one is the collateral. So collateral, which means xylem lies towards the center. Xylem present in the center. Yet the phloem is towards the periphery. Periphery, which means outer. Okay, when cambium is present, if the cambium is present in these bundles, they are called open type. Which type of bundles are present in the dicot stems and collateral bundles without cambium? So if suppose the cambium is absent, which means they are closed type of bundles, okay, which is present in the monocot stem. Okay, this is the main difference between the dicot and the monocot. Okay, so next one, bicollateral. In this type of bundle, the phloem is present on both, which means outer and inner side of the xylem. For example, cucurbita. Then the next one, concentric bundle, vascular bundles in which xylem completely surrounds the phloem, or vice versa. So xylem completely surrounded by phloem, or the phloem completely surrounded by xylem. Okay, is called concentric vascular bundle. They are two types. For example, amphivasal and amphicribal. Amphivasal, the xylem surrounds phloem. Xylem surrounds phloem. For example, drachnate. Okay, so next, amphicribal. Phloem surrounds xylem. For example, ferns. Uh, you may know the term endark and exarch. Okay, so protoxylem lies towards the center. Primitive. Okay, protoxylem lies towards the center, and metaxylem lies towards the periphery. Example, stem. These type of arrangement are present only in the stem. Okay, so next one, exarch. Protoxylem present in the periphery and metaxylem present in the center. For example, roots. So you may saw the diagram. uh, First one, radial. So the xylems are arranged in different radii and phloems are arranged in the different radii. Okay. Then the you may see the conjoined and collateral and the open. Next one is the conjoined, collateral, and closed. Closed type if the cambium is absent. Okay. So open type the cambium is present. Then bicollateral, both sides having phloem outer and inner. Okay. So next one, types concentric and concentric, amphivasal and amphicribal. Amphicribal, xylem lies towards the center, phloem lies towards the periphery. In amphivasal, phloem lies towards the center and xylem lies towards the periphery. Okay, next, internal structure of dicot root. What does mean by the uh, dicotyledons and monocotyledons? Dicots, which means the seed containing two cotyledons. Okay, so monocot, the seed containing only one cotyledons. You may see the internal structure of dicot root and monocot root in the next class. Okay, thank you.